Now, I want to give you quick examples of counterfeits before we go to how to decommit from a counterfeit. And then I'm going to answer some questions. Here are examples of counterfeits that people accept, commit to without God's confirmation. Number one, relationships. Being in a romantic relationship with that feels forced or unhealthy, driven by loneliness rather than genuine compatibility and mutual respect. That is a counterfeit. Most people commit to relationships, romantic ones, that feel forced. The guy forced it. That's why, ladies, you have to know your worth. You have to know who you are. A woman who knows her worth dictates the pace of a man's pursuit. A woman who knows her place in God will always dictate the pace of the man's pursuit. A woman who doesn't know who she is in God will be ran over by the pace of a man. That's why you got to make sure that man is placed in God, because a man that's placed in God will be paced by God. They won't be raced, they will be paced. But a lot of people, because they got these different things paced on their mind of their lives, because of loneliness and desiring these relationships, they move ahead of God and become committed to a counterfeit relationship, causing danger. Being in a romantic relationship that feels forced, you know you forced it. Right now, if you're not married and you know you forced it and you know it's unhealthy, get out, decommit. Get out of there. You know you forced it. You knew. That's why I tell people the state, the mental state, and the emotional state of where you are when you added it to your plate really reveals a lot. So if you know that you are insecure, you feel unworthy, you feel you feel unloved, you feel lonely, you feel all these different feelings, those feelings will force a relationship. If you're a man and you feeling like, man, I gotta hurry up and get married, man, because I gotta get these rocks off. I gotta, those feelings will force. That's why you have to be with God, who will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. So if you know that you forced it, now if you're married and you're going to have to work on that, unless that person is cheating and is in the hardness of their heart, man, you got to do what you got to do. But if you're dating or courting someone right now and you know it was forced, and you know that when you forced it, you had feelings of impulsiveness and impatience, then my friend, get out. And if you realize that it is unhealthy, and your mental, emotional, spiritual, and let me tell you something. When you're with someone that's with God, you should be increasing and not decreasing. Like that person should be pushing you forward, pushing you upward, not backwards and downward. And you know that it was driven by loneliness rather than genuine compatibility and mutual respect, then my friend, that's a counterfeit. Number two, career choices. Pursuing a job or career path that seems prestigious or lucrative, but doesn't align with your passions, values, or God's purpose. Like, my friend, that's a counterfeit. That's a big one. A lot of you all, you allowed your mom and your daddy, you allowed your peers, you allowed the prestigiousness and the articulation of teachers and professors to put you in a place just because it's prestigious, just because it's lucrative. My friend, wherever God wants you to be is the most prestigious place for you to be. No matter where it is that God wants you to be, it's the most lucrative place. The best money and the most money is where God has you. So pursuing a job or career path that seems, a lot of people, they are committed and God never confirmed it. And how many of us, we pursued degrees, pursued opportunities simply because it looked prestigious and it seemed lucrative, and we didn't pray about it. We didn't ask God about it. We didn't talk to God about it. And now you want to talk to God about it when you realize this, you should have talked to God about it, and you realize this ain't what God wants you to be about. It says, but doesn't align with your passions. My friend, what are you passionate about? Listen, man, just because it makes the most money, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people making a lot of money, burnt out, stressed, and unfulfilled. I talk to these people in many fields are unfulfilled. God has a field for you to fill. There is a field he wants you to fill. There is a field that he wants you to till. And while you're doing that, whatever it is that God placed that passion for will in of itself fulfill you. That's why no matter, I've been doing this for 20 years. 20, hold on, 19. I started at 19 years old. I'm 38 years old. I've been doing this for 19, going on 20 years. And it is fulfilling. Listen, I only go where I'm passionate about because it's fulfilling. I write books. That's fulfilling. I like creating programs. It's fulfilling. I love doing it. It's fulfilling. It's the field that God wants me to fulfill. And my friend, do not allow these other people who are burnt out with the Bentley cause you to get so caught up with pursuing something so that you can look prestigious and have lucrative revenue streams, but you're burnt out and unfulfilled. Says, but doesn't align with your passions, values. What do you value? My friend, I tell entrepreneurs all the time, do you value your family? Listen, let me tell you something about family, fellas, ladies, entrepreneurs. Let me tell you something about family. Family are your brakes. Your family are your brakes. Family, God uses family to ease on that brake to slow you down. That's why men and women get frustrated with family because they get in the way. He got a game today. Dang, baby girl got a dance recital, but that's why God installed family to pump the brakes on your ambitions. You got to value things the way they were designed to be valued. You got to value God above everything. You got to value yourself. And then you got to value your family. If those values are not in alignment, then my friend, you would not fulfill your assignments. What are your values? Do you value health? Do you value family? Do you value the things of God? If your values are not written, then you're going to end up smitten and you're going to be finding yourself going places that God never intended you to go at a speed that is dangerous. Or God's purpose for your life. Some of y'all got to start the process of decommitting. Some of y'all got to start the process of pivoting, and I can help you with that. Let me know. Decommitting and pivoting. I help a lot of entrepreneurs do that. People who are in the career world, they're all these different areas, and I help them decommit. Let me know how I can help you with that. Number 3, friendships. Or you can go to my website, mycoachjosh.com, go to programs, learn how to do wholepreneurship and my mindset mastery program that will help you decommit from some of these thought patterns, decommit from some of these life patterns so that you can find yourself flowing with God's counterpart for your life. Another example of a counterfeit are friendships. I'm sorry, I'm going long. I'm going to get to your questions, I promise. Maintaining, here we go. Oh, I love these words. Maintaining friendships that drain you emotionally and spiritually rather than uplifting and supporting your growth. That is an example. So many people committed off of compatibility alone. They committed because you shared some similarities. Just because they're friendly doesn't mean they should become a friend. Maintaining friendships, maintaining should not be weighty. Like, it should be easy to maintain a friendship. It shouldn't be draining. And a lot of people need to decommit from these friendships. So what friendships are you maintaining and you're carrying it? You're shouldering it. We're not talking about the seasonal shoulderings. We're not talking about the ebbs and flows of friendship where there will be seasons where you have to shoulder it. But I'm talking about since day 1 to day 468, you've been shouldering the friendship. My friend, it's a counterfeit, especially when they drain you emotionally. And a lot of people are looking for friends for free therapists. Some people are just looking for a person that can freely carry their burdens, and they don't have the discipline enough to go to God. And they drain you spiritually. You know you want to go this way with God. You know you want to grow spiritually, but they are just a weight pulling you down. That's why the devil loves, or demons love, to surround you with counterfeits to see what will stick. He loves surrounding you with counterfeits, see what will stick on you. Oh, you indulgent? You're impatient? You impulsive, let's surround it with counterfeit to see if they'll try to force fit it in life. Force fitting anything that doesn't naturally fit is a sign of a counterfeit. It's supposed to seamlessly fit. Like my baby, a girl, she has her little toys where it's the triangle and the octagon and the circle, and she has to learn how to put the circle into the circle and the triangle in the triangle and the square in the square and the rectangle in the rectangle, right? It's supposed to seamlessly fit. But imagine you're watching your child trying to force a square into a triangle. You're going to say, yo, that's not where it goes, or let them figure it out. But how many people been sitting for years trying to force a square into a hole that's shaped like a triangle? And you know what will people do? We'll make it fit, but you have to shave it. You have to cut off some parts. And then you got to do all this extra work just to make it fit. Then you find out it doesn't look like it needs to look for you to go do what you got to do. And you got to say, hey, man, I got to cut this relationship off. I got to start the process of decommitting and pivoting from this career path. And I can't be carrying this friendship anymore. Opportunities, accepting opportunities that appear attractive. Not opportunities are opportunities. Some opportunities are opportunities. They got ops in it. They got oppositional things in them. Accepting opportunities that appear attractive. Don't go after things that appear attractive. They are subtractive, but distract you from your true goals and God's plan, such as business deals or collaborations that can compromise your integrity. God cares about us being integral. So counterfeit opportunities are big. So that means you have to wait. Do you know how dangerous it is to not wait on God and marry the wrong one? Not wait on God and pursue a job that puts you in the hospital? Not wait on God and have friendships that have you miles and miles away from the path that God wants you? Or the dangers of accepting opportunities with oppositions in them? What about number 5, lifestyle choices? Engaging in lifestyle habits or activities that provide temporary satisfaction, but ultimately lead you away from a healthy, harmonized, and spiritual fulfilling life is a counterfeit. And a lot of people, they'll commit to lifestyle choices. They'll commit to the image of the lifestyle. They'll commit to the feeling of the lifestyle and ultimately find themselves in places they didn't desire to be. Now, here are the 7 steps to decommit from a counterfeit. I'm going to answer some questions, and I got to go. Let me know if y'all watching live right now. Oh, we got 21. Make sure you share, like this video. Get this. Everyone on the planet needs to hear this. This video has to go viral. It needs to, so that people's lives won't go spiraling, right? But go ahead and like, share, and comment. But let me know in the comment how everyone let me know if you're learning something. And if you are learning something, share one thing that you got so far. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you've gotten so far or that you're getting a lot from this. Now, here are 7 steps to decommit from a counterfeit.